Hey, can I get your attention? Can I get your attention? Huh? Can I get your attention? Yeah. So this story caught my eyes. It's a very sensitive matter. So there's this girl in the story of xtiandela Toboa. She's about to undergo FGM and she doesn't want. The dad is good, so she doesn't want to go to FGM because my mother told me she was circumcised. My mother is a poco. I'm your host, Jacinta Chepkoech. Actually, yeah. So this is what was happening. I came across a very sensitive matter, and I'm like, okay, this deserves a discussion. This deserves just a talk, like a really nice talk. So 26, 93, 6. Oh, 26, 9, 36, 6. Okay, that is my password to this phone. Now you know. Okay, so there's this girl who was crying for help from xtiandela, and it is kindly shared this now. So I'm so prompt to share it. She was crying that she's about to undergo a circumcision, FGM. So this is what she wrote. Hey, I'm literally crying as I take this. I really need your help. So I found out that I'm supposed to undergo FGM. Oh my god. So you know what is FGM? FGM is like you being cut by a knife. You being cut your clitoris or your genitalia, your female genitalia, or your whole vagina is removed. Your vagina, yeah, your genitalia. Let me say that. So I'm like, hey, no, motherfucker, no, not motherfucker, no. I'm just. So this is what she says. When I found this, my first thought was to commit suicide. No, girl. Then, as I was actually preparing to, I realized how we always help people out of situation. Actually, it's true. xtiandela is always there for people. If you have any problem, any financially, spiritually, sexually, emotionally, just contact him. My plan is to run away from home and get a job. The thought of my dad giving in to me being mutilated, hata siamini, please help me. Ati my dad is known to be a good person. Mimi hata sijui. Okay, so then extend ametagapo. If you want to help, please say. So this is my point. Then I remembered when I was young. So this is the story. When I was young, I've ever actually seen a circumcision happen in Merapet. My neighbor, there were like 10 girls. They were all in ngozi ya ng'ombe. What is ngozi ya ng'ombe? The skin for the cow. Yeah, they were all in it. Then there was a lot of mursik, maziwa mala. There was a lot of people, a lot of old ladies there. Hey, it was a childhood memory that I really, where I remember it. So, you know, for example, like my mom is a pokot, so this is what happens. My mom was circumcised. My mom is kind of back then, yeah, she's tradition. She's from that age, like the circumcision was still allowed that back then. She was still young, like really young. So what they do is they remove the two teeth, and they cut your clitoris and remove your part of your genitalia. So what they did, they believe that ilikuanga it used to preserve them for marriage and to keep them ready for womanhood. That is their thought. But what they didn't understand is like, hey, the positive of it, the negatives of the effects of FGM is more outweighs the positive. Yes, it assisted them in I don't know even why I'm reading. I just like, okay, yes, it kept them intact. It assisted them from prostitution. Yeah, kwa ajili it was most of them. I remember my mother used to tell me that they used to do that to prepare them for motherhood, for womanhood, and to avoid prostitution when they were young at that age. So for them it was It was a mark. What they didn't know is that if the effects of FGM is more serious, like hey, like 90% serious. I know the effects of the FGM, but sometimes it's good to read. So for example, hey, I've had my friends who say that they experience painful sex, and I'm always like, wait, do someone experience painful sex for a long time? I'm like, okay, what if they underwent circumcision and they don't know? Because we were so young. At that time, I remember I was like 4 when I remember seeing the ceremony taking place. By the and I've seen for Luyas. I know how Luyas circumcised. I used to go, we ring the bell with them. So that is it. What? FGM actually, like what I'm saying is, I understand what they're talking about. Uh, Again, back then they didn't know HIV. HIV never existed, but now HIV exists. Makyu, FGM involves sharing of knife because it's one grandmother. I don't know, an elderly lady. I don't know her name. What they say? It's one lady that performs all that. Is she's good at that. So you see, like it involves like cutting, then blood, then transferring the blood to another genitalia. So HIV is really at risk here. And then there is this formation of cyst. Like cyst is not good. It might even complicate your pregnancy because it's formation of cyst in the ovary. Let me just say that. I know most of you understand that. Cyst is always even removed. It's that toxic. When it becomes that, when you leave it for a long time, it may cause harmful. It will be harmful for your health. Okay. Hey, complications during childbirth. That is what I'll say about FGM. Okay, what we're talking about complication during childbirth is, and most people don't understand how this complication of birth comes as in, you just say complication of birth. You have ever heard of fistula, where you just like go to the loo, like feces just come and uncontrollably, that as in it comes without stopping, like you can't control your muscles, right now, like you can take 2 hours, that one comes just like 24/7 because you can't control your muscles. That is what we call fistula, and that is complication during childbirth. That is what I'm saying. In short, so FGM, say no to FGM. If you know someone who can help the girl, it was 2 days ago or yesterday, please contact xtiandela on Instagram. It will be a good help, because I know there's organizations, for example, who UN, everything. They deal with that stuff. They know how to do with FGM. And if you know anyone any community who commits FGM, please, you can write down on my comments, or you can email me. I'm always on Instagram, just or Facebook. I'm always there. I can always forward your complaints. I can be a helping hand. Yeah. So social media is about sharing, is about knowing each other. Oh, okay. In as much as it was used for preservation of virginity and preservation of virginity and making a woman ready for womanhood, or a lady for womanhood, that is good. But I'm imagining myself, there is no anesthesia for keeping you like sleep, then someone is cutting off your skin, as in, it's GM, man. So if someone may overbleed to death, you see, like, that is what I'm saying. So yeah. So I've had stories that FGM gets, you enhance pleasure for a guy. Like when you're circumcised, when you're circumcised, for a lady, if you undergo FGM, you know there are different kind of pussies. That is what I'm saying. So if your pussy can squat, that is like it depends. It depends. So what those people who do FGM believe in? They believe that that yeah, they believe that it enhances sexual pleasure. But yes, too much of something is bad. That is when you start experiencing bad sex, painful sex, and you're never going to enjoy sex. Of course, mothers, so those who underwent it a long time ago, wamebatika, they've been lucky in life. But majority of them, that is why we're saying that the negatives outweighs the positive. So let's say like 90% are unlucky and 10% are lucky. That is why we're saying no to FGM. So for the girl, don't commit suicide. Someone will help you. If you know someone, yeah, I'm sure by now xtiandela amepata mtu. So say no to FGM.